Long before their greatest adventure, they were just two boys, drawn to the sea by dreams of discovery. Isaac, the son of a fisherman, had salt in his blood and the ocean in his eyes. He longed for adventure, for the thrill of the unknown. Gabriel, born into nothing, dreamed of a life beyond hunger. He swore that one day he would hold wealth beyond imagination. They were inseparable, brothers not by blood, but by fate. And yet fate is a cruel storyteller. The sea they loved so much would one day tear them apart. Isaac and Gabriel had grown up together, but fate had taken them down different paths. While Isaac commanded his own ship, Gabriel fought a daily battle against hunger and despair. Gabriel hesitated before finally asking Isaac for money, but Isaac had nothing to give. The world saw him as a captain, yet in truth, he was drowning in debt. A week later, everything changed. Gabriel burst into Isaac's cabin, a crumpled parchment in his hands, an old map, a legend, a chance at unimaginable riches. Isaac's eyes widened. Etched on the map was their last chance. A hidden treasure, deep in an uncharted forest. With no other way out, they set sail. One for fortune, the other for survival. The next day, the ship stood ready. Supplies were stacked, ropes secured, sails prepared for a long journey. At its heart, Isaac and Gabriel carried something far more valuable, a map marking the path to an unknown world. As the wind filled their sails, they followed the map's markings, trusting its directions toward an uncharted destination. The sea welcomed them at first, its waters calm, the sky clear. But the further they ventured, the quieter it became. The birds that once circled above had vanished. The waves, once playful, turned to glass. The sea had not warned them. It had simply stopped. The sea stretched endlessly. The sky above was no longer blue. Heavy clouds rolled in, swallowing the sunlight. The wind whispered through the sails. The storm was coming. Isaac tightened the ropes. Gabriel secured the barrels. They knew the sea was changing, but they did not know how deadly it would become. Then the first wind hit, sharp and fast. The ship rocked, the wooden beams groaned. The ocean was waking up. Water slammed across the deck. Gabriel grabbed a rope, his fingers burning against the wet fibers. The ship groaned like a dying animal. Isaac held the wheel with all his strength. The ship wanted to turn, to give up. He refused to let it. Then came the rain. Thick, heavy, like knives against their skin. The world turned to water. Then, fire from the sky. A lightning bolt crashed into the ocean, close enough to burn the air around them. The sea roared in anger. And then, the ocean revealed its true power. A wave, massive, unstoppable, rose before them. A wall of water, preparing to swallow them whole. The ship was gone, lost beneath the waves. For a second, it felt like the ocean had won. Then air. The ship broke free from the water's grip, but the storm was not over. And then, silence. No wind, no waves. Just an eerie mist curling over the ocean, hiding the world beyond. They were alive. But the ocean had left them somewhere different. Through the mist, a shadow appeared. Tall cliffs, thick jungle, a land lost to time. They had arrived. The journey was over, but their true test had just begun. The storm was behind them, but ahead lay something far more dangerous. No maps, no history. Only the whispers of the dead warning them to turn back. Gabriel pushed aside the thick vines, his machete cutting through the suffocating green. Isaac followed, scanning the trees. The jungle was not just alive, it was watching them. The jungle had no mercy. It drained their strength, swallowed their footsteps, and filled their minds with doubt, hunger, exhaustion. They were running out of time. Gabriel froze. The fire crackled beside him, but beyond it, something shifted. A shape, eyes glowing in the darkness, watching. Isaac knew that sound. It wasn't the wind. It was something much worse. The sound grew louder, slithering through the leaves, circling them. Whatever it was getting closer. One wrong step, a sound that could mean death, the unmistakable warning of a serpent. It was not just any snake, it was a guardian, and they were trespassers. One became two, two became 10. From the roots, from the shadows, from the trees themselves, the jungle was waking up. Trapped. No way forward, no way back. The treasure was not just hidden, it was protected. Gabriel turned to Isaac, his voice low. "We came this far. We're not stopping now." Isaac knew there was only one way forward, through the heart of the jungle's deadliest guardians. And then they saw it. A temple, ancient, waiting. But it was not abandoned. The serpents were its keepers, and the final test was yet to come. The treasure was never meant to be taken. Venomous snakes guarded, waiting in the shadows. Once they step inside the temple, there is no way to know if they will ever escape. No one has ever made it out. No one has ever claimed the treasure. It remains hidden, protected, deadly. And now, they must face the danger. Will they survive, or become part of the legend?